Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the 99, where we've got 99 cards because Commander's number one. I am one of your hosts, Daniel, and I was giving you an extra long intro today because it's been a while since I've been here. I got the boys with me, Sherman and Sloth. Sherman, how are you doing today?
I'm slowly getting better, yet not, but it is what it is. So we're all recovering in different ways. So how are you doing?
Oh, I can talk again. And I have yapping in my soul, as anyone who's spent any time with me knows. So I still have a little bit of a cough. I'll probably throw it on mute here and there, but I'm mostly better for the most part. It's I wasn't able to stop working the whole time because it's very busy for us. So I was just like dying while driving and trying to not like flip off the road. It was a good time. Good time for everyone. And Slothy, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Been very, very busy. Overall it's better to be busy than just kind of sit and do nothing. Can't complain.
True. You have been, we've both been working music stuff lately, but mine's just like a studio project where I record with myself because I like me, and you are actually doing the band stuff. So you've been working hard on that. Yeah. So it seems pretty cool. You guys are starting to play concerts and stuff now. So
yeah, we got our first gig next week and gonna be jamming probably at least 3 times to get prepared for it next week.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It should be a good time.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I used to play a lot of live stuff, and I like studio stuff now. That's for me.
Fair enough.
Too many late nights for me.
You need your beauty sleep.
Yeah. I wanted to say a very quick thank you to everyone. Last week, like I said, we just couldn't make it work, so I threw up a quick apology. Everyone who reached out and said they hope we're doing well. I appreciate that a lot. It was nice. We really don't like to miss episodes, so we're happy to be back, and we're gonna jump right into a new cool one because it's I was gonna say too really quickly, even before you guys, it's been weeks since I've yapped. There's gonna be some words in this episode. I'll tell you that. It's like already spoiler season. It's like another set out as well. I don't know if we're going to do another thing. Like there's so many legends in Final Fantasy that it took like 4 full episodes. Mm-hmm. And then we get like a 2 episode thing, and then it's back to another season. I don't know if we're just going to continuously do these big spoiler dives because I don't know if people like them. So kind of let me know how you guys feel about the big spoiler stuff. Like I like to go in. That's how I kind of learn about cards with it. But if it's all it is, right? Like if it's just spoilers, break, spoiler, then we're not really talking about any concepts or things. Like we've got lots of things we actually want to talk about, like like just deck building. I want to do another episode soon about brackets and how they've been working. And how do you fit that in when it's just like spoiler season, secret layer, new spoiler season, it's another spoiler season, Tezzret's back, right? Like it's just we gotta have a little bit of time to actually discuss some of the cards because the Final Fantasy set brought so many legendary cards. There's awesome decks, and who's had time to actually flush that out and play them and stuff, right? Like I think it was released 3 weeks ago, something like that.
3 weeks at least. Actually, close to a month, actually. Close to a month.
Let's even call it a month and stuff, right? There's so many, like the commander we're doing today, I've seen a lot of people build. I've built one. It's such a cool commander, and there's not even time to breathe on it and get to learn and get to play it and stuff. We just got to pump the brakes a little. So like I said, we might be going more into some deck techs and like concept talks that we like to do, just like discussions with the gents. So that's kind of where I wanted to let everyone know with that, because like it's we're talking with Frank here, and pre-release next week. Pre-release, all I've been doing is Warhammer stuff. I sold some of my cards at an event, and I was just like, I want to get into some Warhammer. It looks like it's kind of fun, and I was like, there's cards all over my table all the time. I'm gonna just sell my table cards. That's what I did. I brought a bunch of like my rares and stuff that were just out on my dining room table. And I was like, and I'm going to buy Warhammer stuff. And now my entire dining room table is covered with Warhammer stuff. So I haven't had time to play like any Magic because I've just been building. I didn't realize how much. I was like, I'll buy this like model set because there's I bought it Tyranids. I was like, then I can practice painting. And I was like, oh, these are pretty cool. I'll look at the lore. And I learned the lore, and I was like, Tyranids are awesome. So now I have like 300 things. Yeah, it's all I'm doing is sitting building. It's I don't know moderation.
You kind of answered my question there. I was going to ask what army you were into.
It's Tyranids.
That entirely makes sense.
There's a really sweet way where you can take like people have taken like resin and they use it to like wrap around the blades of the Tyranids to make it look like dripping blood.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's pretty cool.
Get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I still think we should just like all like sign up for the Black Library, and whenever we buy a book that we're interested, everyone else can like, you know, share. I don't know if that's against the terms or and conditions. I haven't read it. I just know. So please don't come after me.
I'll tell you right now. I don't care. They're not a sponsor. But speaking of sponsors, before we get into this, let's say, check out houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99 if you want any of the cards in this or any of the Age of Eternities or any other cards. It's a great place for singles. Use that promo code of IT99. You're going to get a discount. It's going to support us. It's going to get you money off. There's really no losing. And throw some of these in AI Armor sleeves. It'll be great. And if you want to go above and beyond, liking, sharing, subscribing, which is kind of like it's a minimum. You're here already, right? You're here. Just say hello. Leave a comment. Be like, hey, I don't like Daniel's voice. Get him back on mute. Whatever the comment is, it'll work. But yeah, that's it. If you want to go above and beyond that, come over to Patreon. It's a great spot to brew decks. Like I said, we're going to be setting up spell table nights soon. And yeah, that's it. Now we jump into the commander. This is your deck, Sherman?
Yeah, it is my deck.
All right.
Great.
You let us know here what this commander is.
Okay, so we have Hope Estheim. It's a white and a blue. So it's a human creature. Legendary creature, human wizard, 2/2, lifelink. Okay, and at the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So let's face it, okay? A lot of us enjoy life gain because it prolongs the game for us. You know, we survive longer. We also like the reaction when people see that we're playing mill because we're degenerate. We don't like being milled. We like milling other people. So
this is a truly degenerate commander.
Like life game's already hard to deal with because like you have to constantly hit the person, but like combine that with mill is a real problem. And like this is a budget deck like usual. Okay, you know it's a little over $100, $105. Not bad, but yeah, like for like $100 deck, this is kind of harsh to be honest.
It makes a very good shell. Generally speaking, there's a lot of archetypes that don't really work in Commander. Burn doesn't really work in Commander. Mill often doesn't work because a lot of times you have to be like, I don't like this person in particular. You have to be like, it's Slothy has wronged me in a past life, and I'm going to cast lightning bolts at him for the whole game. Storm, you know, often you can't. It's very hard to burn through 120 damage, right? It's very hard to mill through 300 cards. Mm-hmm. However, when every mill you do is 3 and you're gaining life the whole time, that's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, though, is you're not going to cast this commander on turn 2. I'm sorry. He is a 2 cost, but you're not going to do it. You're going to have to do some setup first. So this commander, even though it's a 2 mana cost, okay, you're probably going to cast it on turn 5 or turn 6 or beyond that. You're definitely not going to cast it on turn 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It all kind of depends, but you've got to. It's a giant removal magnet. People are going to have to try kill it the whole time. It's already a 2/2 lifelinker, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like an ideal situation is that you can maybe like a perfect hand. You get like crack a soul ring, crack an arcane signet, get like a Johnny's Welcome or a Soul Warden or something out. You know, you want to get those kind of things out, but this is only your end step and only when you gain life. So you have to have that balance of things that actually gain you life. Otherwise, you know, you don't want to infuriate the table for 2 mil. Like Sherman's saying, right? When this comes down early, everyone milling 2, it makes everyone angry at you, and you haven't really accomplished your goal. You want to be able to be like, here is this card, and bam, I'm dropping traumatize on you, or I'm doubling my life total or something, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, I want to hit you for like 40 mil or 60 mil or something like that, you know? Like, we might get that high. Normally, like, we're aiming for like 10 to 20. So which is still a lot. Don't get me wrong.
That's still a mil 30, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 60, yeah.
Let's get into it here. Let's start off this ramp.
Okay. Let me jump into our ramp here. We have that aforementioned Arcane Signet. 2 colorless mana. You tap it for 1 mana of any color. Again, also, I love this Azorius mix of mill that's happening lately. I think it's cool. Azorius needed more annoying stuff.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Next up here, we've got the Azorius Signet. 2 mana. Pay 1, tap it, add white, blue.
Then we have our Commander Sphere for 3 mana. Tap to add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity and sacrifices artifact to draw a card.
I just really like the sacrifice draw card throwaways lately.
It's so good.
We have the Marble Diamond, and I say it every time I see these. These are my favorite rocks right now. I just love building with them. I think that they're nice. I think they... I generally have liked to kind of slow Magic down. Everything is really, really sped it up. And, you know, it's not... I'm not trying to play Commander to race to see, like, which of my friends has the bigger budget, or, like, who's the best at killing me on turn 3. I like to get together with my buddies. I like to play games, laugh around. And it's, I find that these tapped rocks just really smooth the deck out and make it fun to play for me when I'm playing at that lower. I like lower bracket games, right? I don't always just like CEDH.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, if you do want to eventually kind of bump it up in power level, you've got a fairly simple cut as well. Yeah,
well, it makes that. But like, I play with people like Dean. And Dean likes to make everything enter tapped anyways. I'm just practicing for playing with Dean. It already enters tapped. Yeah.
Fair enough. But next up here, we've got the Mind Stone. 2 mana, you can tap it for colorless, or pay 1 and tap it to sacrifice it and draw a card.
All right, we're halfway there. Okay. Next one is going to be Pristine Talisman for 3 mana. Tap it to add a colors, and you gain 1 life. You guys knew this had to be here.
It's like the life gain rock. Nice, we get the other diamond, Sky Diamond. 2 mana. It also enters tapped, and this one gives us a blue mana. I don't know if I read that last diamond. It's the Marble Diamond. It gives us white.
Yeah. Then we've got our Soul Ring. 1 mana, taps for 2.
And then we have our Sad Robot for 4 mana. It's a 2/2 golem. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put that card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. When this creature dies, you may draw a card.
Solemn's a really good card, and I just don't put it in decks. I don't know why. It's just one of those ones that I just never really build with, and I don't know why.
It's 4 mana for a land, and then it dies, you draw a card. So it's not that efficient, but like at the same time, it kind of is, depending on the strategy, right?
Well, it's just a great body, right?
We're going to go with Sorry?
It's just a great body.
Yeah.
It's a good body that you don't mind chump blocking to.
That's what I mean, right? Like it's so, it just, you want it to die. It serves its purpose coming in. I never really play with it, but every time I see it in decks, it always performs well.
The reason why you don't use it often is because you're a green player. You don't need it.
Yeah, but I like having so much mana. We finish our ramp section out here with a Thought Vessel. 2 mana. This gives us just the Samurai. I see it every time. You have no max hand size, and then you tap for colorless. I like it.
Yeah. Nice, simple, easy ramp package.
Yeah, very cheap, like $9 ramps.
Yeah, it's really cheap. So next one is our card advantage, where we want to draw cards, and just hopefully get to what we need. That's why we like we don't care about, like, we have things like the Thought Vessel there, like we have no max hand size. We're gonna have a Reliquary Tower, but like we want a fistful of cards in our hand.
Yeah. I think it's you here, Slothy.
Sure. First one we've got here in the card advantage section is Azor the Lawbringer. 2 double white, double blue for a 6/6 legendary creature Sphinx with flying. When Azor the Lawbringer enters the battlefield, each opponent can cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. And whenever Azor attacks, you may pay X, white, blue, blue. If you do, you gain X life and draw X cards.
Solid.
I don't think about this card often enough.
It's a solid card. Like it's
Mhm.
a 6/6 that's flying. Okay, shuts down everyone's turn for everyone down for one turn for instant sorcery, which is very helpful.
Mhm.
Could be a detriment too, because then like people can't counter things. Mostly advantageous for us. And then when we attack, we can get a Sphinx Revelation.
Mhm.
So it's really really strong for that.
I have a deck built with this, and it's all blink and rocks. It's annoying. Really, really.
Sometimes those are the best decks.
This and Madomai are probably my two most annoying decks, I think. Like, just because they're not good, but they're just really annoying.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't played that deck in
That's
ages.
what makes them fun. All right. Me next. We have Cloud Blazer for 3 and a white and a blue. Creature, Human Scout. It's a 2/2 flyer. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life and draw 2 cards.
Yeah, not bad.
So we're just drawing more cards. We're replacing the creature, as we're casting it. We're padding our life just to get it a little bit higher. So.
Well, and you're getting lots of flying blockers, right?
Yeah.
Next here we have our Elite Guard Mage. 2, 1 white, 1 blue for a 2/3 human wizard. When it enters, it's also flying. When Elite Guard Mage enters, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So again, the same thing. That's still a mill 9, right? Which is good.
Yeah.
I hate being milled, but when I'm milling, love it. Oh, it's good. When I'm milling, everything is where it should be.
Next up here, we've got the Fairy Formation. 4 and a blue for a 5/4 fairy with flying. You can pay 3 and a blue to create a 1/1 fairy creature token flying and draw a card.
Nice mana sync.
I'm really liking.
Great mana sync.
Sorry?
No, go.
I was gonna say I really like the little flyers sub theme you've got so far.
Yeah, so like the chip damage. So very important note. I learned this the hard way when I was playing my Samut, the Driving Force. So I introduced Monarch, and someone had a Covenant Jewel out, and no one would let me make a deal with them to get it because they're attacking each other for like 1 damage or 2 damage. But the smallest creature I had was Samut, which was like 4 damage, but it was a commander damage, and all my creatures were like 6+. So I was left out. So I'm like, 1, I want something where people can't block, and and 2, I want something that's small so that if something does come out like that, like Initiative or the Monarch and anything, I can't be like, hey, Slothy, let me hit you for 1 damage so I can get it as well. We just share it and pass it around.
Yeah, 1 damage is definitely more digestible than 5.
Yeah, so that was an unfortunate thing I learned when I was playing my Salmon. I was like, oh, nobody wants to bargain with me.
I think you next, your turn.
Next card. Yeah, next card here. It's going to be Faithful Mending for a white and a blue. It's an instant. You gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. But it also has flashback for 1 blue and a white.
Nice way to kind of dig through.
This is a hard card to find right now. It's annoying.
Yeah, $1.30 uncommon is fun. We have our Face Steed next. 2 double white for a 4/4 elk. Whenever Face Steed attacks, another target attacking creature you control gains indestructible. Awesome. Whenever a creature or planeswalker you control becomes a target of spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Also awesome. Because people are going to target your commander a lot.
Hands down, 100%.
Next up, we've got Quain for white and a blue. 1/3 legendary rabbit wizard. Sorry, I had a little bit of a factory reset there. You can tap it. Each player may draw a card. Then each player who drew a card gains.
So we're kind of letting people know, like, hey, Hope isn't out yet because we haven't cast it out yet. Okay. We're trying to be friendly. We're trying to let everyone draw extra cards and everyone gaining life. Unknown to them, we're just shrinking their deck a little bit more, and we're padding their life because we want to see them suffer from the mill. We don't want to kill them any other way. We want to kill them by the mill. So this just kind of adds to it a little bit, like we're kind of like rubbing salt into the wounds. Like, no, don't die yet. No, keep gaining life. I want to see you mill more. That's right. Feed me the pain. Feed me the pain.
I like it. I love Queen.
Next card here is going to be a Mo Drifter for 4 in a blue. It's a creature elemental that's a 2/2 flyer. When it enters, you draw 2 cards. It also has Evoke for 2 in a blue, so you may cast a spell for Evoke cost. If you do, it's sacrificed when it enters the battlefield. So I like Mo Drifter just because like it scales. You can do goes well early game, goes well late game because you're still getting those card draw.
Yep. We have a Rumor Gatherer. I love the giant elf with the little bear, little elephant, little giraffe. Live for it. 1 double white for a 2/1 elf wizard with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters under your control, you scry 1. If this is the second time it's resolved this turn, you draw a card instead. I like that card a lot.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the aforementioned Sphinx's Revelation. X, white, blue, blue for an instant. Gain X life, draw X cards.
The next card we have here is going to be Welcoming Vampire for 2 and a white. Creature, vampire, 2/3 flyer. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn.
Yeah.
More flying, I don't care, because I get to draw cards. Why not?
I like it. I love card draw. Then we have our Well of Lost Dreams here. 4 mana. It's an artifact. Whenever you gain life, you can pay X, where X is less than or equal to the amount gained. If you do, draw X cards. It's a great card to just passively have out, especially when we've got the little 1-drop pip gains, and it's just someone plays a creature. I will gain a life. I will draw a card for 1 mana, right? It's kind of activating like a little mind's eye that I can dump a ton of mana into if I need to later.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all the card advantage section. The next section is the meat and potatoes. This is what we care about the most. So, and this is what you'll probably encounter the most when you play against other players that have Hope as a commander here. So, and that's going to be creature ETB life gain. Fun times. So,
sure.
Watney, I think you're next.
Yeah. First one here we've got is a Johnny's Welcome. Single white for an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life.
I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me say this, but why is this card so expensive? This section here where I have for the life game is the most expensive section for the deck. Okay, the deck is like $105. This section here is $35, so it's like a third of the deck. Okay, so we're gonna have our pricier things here because when the creatures enter those, there's a lot of those cards that tend to be pricey. Therefore, we're gonna do it that way. It is what it is, unfortunately.
I think a Johnny's Welcome also has not had a reprint, too.
Yeah, so they need to do that. They need to reprint it. So, but it's like $550. Like, did they? Sorry.
I was just saying, I think Foundations would have been a really good spot for it.
Foundations would have been nice. In all honesty, it would have been nice. But it's a $5 card for no real reason. So, the next card here is going to be Orok Champion for double white. So, 2 white. Creature, human, cleric. It's a 1/1. Has protection from black and from red, which is actually quite important. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. So once again, this card is, I think this card is the most expensive card in the deck at $11. So it is what it is. These cards are really expensive because life gain is very popular, especially in white. And this hits for all players. So not just you, as your opponents as well. So going to be more expensive. And it has protection from black and from red, which is very helpful.
Yeah.
Sorry, you take our next one here. I'm just moving some camera stuff around. Also, hello, Thunder.
We'll be right back.
Ever wondered what a rhythm-based stealth game with dinosaurs might look like? Or a farming sim in space with zombies? Welcome to the Gaming Blender podcast. I'm Matt, and with my co-host Scott, we take a random game genre and random game mechanics, blend them all up, and pitch wild, totally hypothetical games you've never heard of, and maybe shouldn't. New episodes every other week. Hit play and unleash your inner game dev. No coding required. Search the Gaming Blender on your favorite podcast app now.
Next up, we've got the Case of the Uneaten Feast. Single white for an enchantment case. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. To solve, you gained 5 or more life this turn. And if it's unsolved, you solve it at the beginning of your next end step. And then once it's solved, you can sacrifice this case, and creature cards in your graveyard gain, you may cast this in the graveyard until the end of turn. I feel like this is a very, very, very solid piece because a lot of the creatures like the Auroch Champion and some more that are coming up that are just going to be like gaining you incremental value are going to be pretty big targets.
Yeah. We have a number of creatures, not just like our big creatures, but we have a lot of creatures that have a very low CMC. So, and like you said, like our commander is also low CMC. So even if we let it go to the graveyard, it's not a big deal. We can bring it back. I don't suggest putting your commander in the graveyard, regardless. So, because sometimes people remove this before you can solve it, or like they split second it, so you destroy it, kind of like with a corrosive grip, so you can't do anything. So it's a bit riskier for stuff like that. But but for the fact that you can bring back a lot of your low creature, like low costing creatures back, and most of them have like when a creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. This is a really, really, really powerful card in this deck.
Well, again, even
speaking of which,
even just it's like one, even if it's raw ability is worth playing. Like you said, the Ajani's is so expensive right now.
Yeah,
like it's 99 cents compared to $5.
Right. Let me jump in with our next one here. We have our Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. It is a double white for a 2-star legendary enchantment creature demigod. Toughness is equal to your devotion to white. Whenever another creature you control enters or dies, you gain 1 life.
For some reason, my brain just blanked out when you said 2-star. I'm like, why are people rating it a 2-star out of 5?
Fair.
I only give Daxos 2 stars.
My brain just like farted and just went blank. I was like, why? What did you do then?
He's at least a 3-star. Come on, Dan.
Come on.
Yeah. Next card here, because I'm going to take it at this point in time. Yep. We have Distinguished Conjurer for 1 and a white. Creature Human Wizard 1/2. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. It also has for 4 and a white. Tap it to exile another target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So it's a blink on a stick. It costs a lot, but it is a blink on a stick.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Next up here, Hinterland Sanctifier. Single white for a 1/2 Rabbit Cleric. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1.
Yeah. I love all those little clerics. Next here we have our Impassioned Orator. 1 and a white for a 2/2 human cleric. Whenever another creature enters under your control, you also gain 1 life.
And then we also have a Life Creed Duo for 1 and a white. So it's a creature, Bat Bird. It's a 1/2, has flying. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. So we can see that they're all costing 1s and 2s, and these are the ones that are gaining us the life and their importance because of that. So things like the Case of the Uneaten Feast works really well for this stuff.
Being able to get these as your early game too, right? So you're just passively starting to gain that life immediately is great. I also, every time I see it, I have to read it. The flavor text on this, the "Why are you eating upside down?" asked the bird. "Why are you eating upside up?" replied the bat. I love it. I love this card so much. I really liked all of Bloomborough. Everything in Bloomborough was sick. Bring it back. It is Bloomborough, right? I'm not crazy?
Yep.
It's Bloomborough.
Next up here, we've got Lunarch Veteran. Single white for a 1/1 human cleric. Whenever the creature you control enters, you gain 1 life, and it has Disturb for 1 and a white, so you may cast this card from your graveyard transformed. And it transforms into Luminous Phantom, a 1/1 spirit cleric with flying. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. And if Luminous Phantom will be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. I don't know why this reminded me of a little side thing I figured out the other day. So the little like time shifted cards. I found out the other day that the set symbol for the silver is not actually silver. It's purple.
Interesting.
Seriously?
Yeah. I just saw on Reddit someone's like, "Hey, this is why can this not be my?" It was for Aurelia the War Leader. Why can this not be my commander for a pauper deck if it's silver? And then someone's like, it's not actually silver, it's purple. It still retains the mythic rarity or whatever it is. And so I went and found a card, took a flashlight to it, and if you look real close, it is actually purple, not silver.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Don't know why that reminded me, but
That's fair. Let me jump into our next one here. We have our Soul Warden. 1 white for a human cleric, 1/1. This is one of the Soul Sisters. I'm still dying today. Whenever another creature enters, you gain 1 life. Nice and simple.
Yeah. And you're going to have the sister of the Soul Warden next to her. So that's going to be the Soul's Attendant for a single white mana. Human cleric, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life, and it's 1/1.
Also needs a bit of a reprint.
You honestly, you just can't keep the price of these down. It's kind of like a doubling season. You can't print this down to like a 25-cent common. There's not enough of them.
Well, this one's only had 1 reprint ever.
The Attendant?
Yeah, in Lord of the Rings.
I did not know that. Interesting. And it was in a commander deck too. That's not even a reprint.
The final creature we've got in this section here is Suture Priest. 1 and a white for 1/1 cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may gain 1 life. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you may have that player lose 1 life.
True.
Really fun. So you can see, like, since everything's like 1s and 2s, once again, have to remind everyone, don't cast your commander on turn 2. We have a very low curve here, okay? Where, we don't want to overextend. We don't want all, like, if you have like 4 of these creatures in your hand, don't cast all 4. Cast 2 of them. Keep 2 in your hand. Just wait, because you're going to expect board wipes. When people board wipe or they remove one of these, no problem. Replace it with another one. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We have plenty.
Honestly, these are all such cool artworks on the sisters and on the Suture Priest.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Let's jump into our other life gain section. Back down to $6. I like it. This is where we like to be. I will take us away with our Abiding Grace. I love this card. 2 and a white for an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, choose 1. You can gain 1 life. Awesome. Return target creature card with mana value 1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's always Soul Sisters if we can. Kill them all you want. They're coming back.
Yeah, this card is like, it's not strong enough where people want to waste removal on it, but it's strong enough that it's annoying that you can bring back stuff constantly. So, like, because, like, once again, it's like, okay, if someone has like enchantment removal, it's like, are you going to choose like this Abiding Grace that I have that can bring back Soul Sisters and everything, or are you going to choose like, I don't know, the Mirari's Wake that someone has, or the Ristic Study, or the Smothering Time, right? There's so many better choices than this stupid enchantment, but this stupid enchantment is really useful in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And in Rigo. You gotta believe me.
Everything goes to Rigo.
Oh, especially in Rigo.
Rigo,
yeah, 100%. See, Daniel knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've been on the episode. We got to run another Rigo deck.
Every year, pick a day. Every year, it's like, hey guys, anniversary of Rigo. We have a new deck tech for Rigo, and see how many different variations you can.
You're mispronouncing month, but that's okay.
Mispronouncing week.
Whatever, that's fine.
That's the whole Patreon. There's a Patreon tier. Just give me 25 cents and come hear me yap about Rigo decks. 52 Rigo decks a year. Someone's got to stop him.
Just make it so that like you can't reuse any cards every single time you make a new deck.
I probably still make a lot of Rigo decks. There's a lot of garbage.
This is true.
Rat trash. I actually think I was sitting here starting to make another Rigo deck literally right beside me. Yeah, with like the Drifter, the Slitherblade. We're getting it. Bring it back. Oh, this is a this is a Rigo Land Thief deck. Don't listen to me.
You have a problem. It's okay to admit that you have a problem. You're in a safe space here.
Yeah, the problem is I'm running out of Rigos.
Well, I thought the problem was you're running out of card sleeves.
I am out of sleeves, yeah. That is another big problem.
There you go.
I gotta stop shifting through. I'm doing Warhammer right now. We're doing other things.
Rico's anonymous.
Exactly. Rico's anonymous is hilarious. Okay, Sherman, you're next here.
Okay. So we have an Elspeth Tyrell. So for 3 double white, legendary planeswalker Elspeth. Comes in with 4 loyalty. For a +2, you gain life for each creature you control. Very important. Its -2 is also very important. For -2, you create 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, which is fantastic. So we're going to have blockers. So we have blockers in the ground, blockers in the sky, and we're going to be collecting like crazy. It also has at -5, destroy all other permanents except for lands and tokens. Will we use this? Yes. Why? We don't care, because we can create more creature tokens and we can gain more life, and that's all we care about. So yeah, and for 250, it's a really good planeswalker.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Fountain of Renewal. 1 mana for an artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life, and you can pay 3 to sacrifice it and draw a card.
I love the passive. Just the passive game.
Once again, no one cares about the 1 life. No one's going to destroy this unless they have like a board wipe to destroy all artifacts. It's just, people are going to leave it alone. So you might as well abuse it.
True. Next, we have our Leyline of Hope. 2 double white. It's like all Leylines. If they're in your opening hand, you play with start with them in play. If you gain life, you gain that much life +1. As long as you have 7 life more than your starting total creatures you control, get 2/2. That's phenomenal.
That's really strong in this deck. It's really strong.
Again, just even that extra life gain is super great for us. But then, because you got so many instances of like 1 life gain, which is just like a double, right? But that Anthem of 2/2 turns those flyers into a problematic creatures.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like this card is practically like the MVP of the deck. Every single time it comes out, unless someone removes it, it's MVP every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So, the next card we have here is going to be the Nyx Fleece Ram for 1 and a white. Enchantment creature Sheep. It's a 0/5, so it's a good blocker. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life. Once again, just, it's just there. No one really cares. People will leave it alone.
Yeah.
Also, Rigo bait?
It is Rigo bait. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're speaking my language.
It doesn't have Defender.
Next up here, we've got Oketra's Last Mercy. 1 double white for sorcery. Life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step.
Yeah, that's
I am fine if I don't get to untap my lands on the next step. If I'm at 5 and then I go up back to 40 and then you guys all mill 35 cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. I deserve to be attacked next turn. I totally get it. But it's totally worth it.
The other thing, too, is that you don't have to have all your lands tapped. You can still save some.
Yeah.
That's very true. It's very true.
Let me get back down here. I'm hitting my back button, playing with my mouse. I'm getting silly. Next here, we have our Wall of Reverence as our final other life gain creatures. This is 3 and a white for a 1/6 Spirit Wall. Defender, so not Rigo bait. And flying. Beginning of your end step, you may gain life equal to the power of target creature you control. Most of our power is pretty low, but again, just passive life gain.
Yeah. And then once you've got your Leyline of Hope online,
then we're in the
your
money.
business.
It's really easy to gain life in this deck because so far that's 19 cards that will help us gain life.
Yeah.
So we're gonna gain life. We don't care. We're gonna do it. People are gonna attack us. That's fine. Let them come through. We're gonna gain more life. We don't care. I haven't put in any really jank stuff in here yet. I want to. There's no banding in here yet.
Speaking of, did you consider Resolute Archangel for this? Big ol' 7 mana 4/4?
I considered it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure if you look in my deck history for like the changes, you'll definitely see it because I did consider it. But I chose not to. I didn't have the room. I wanted to keep everything lower CMC because, there's a lot of abilities that require like use of mana.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, well, I could either cast it, get my stuff reset, or I can throw in like something to draw like me cards or protect me, or like things like that, right? So that's the only reason why.
Okay.
Is it my turn next? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to the next section here. It's going to be benefits from life gain. So if we have life gain, we might as well benefit from it. Okay. The first one is going to be a Johnny's Pride Mate for 1 and a white creature, cat, soldier, 2/2. Whenever you gain life, you may put a +1/+1 counter on a Johnny's Pride Mate.
Yeah.
Gonna get big.
Then we've got the Angelic Accord, 3 and white for an enchantment. Beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 or more life this turn, you put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield.
True. That gets out of hand.
To see it.
Next, we have our Celestial Unicorn here. 2 and a white for a 3/2. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on it again. Also going to grow big.
Yeah, really big. Next one here we have is going to be a Griffin, Airy or Airy. Like it's basically an aviary. Let's face it. Okay, so for 1 and a white is an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 white Griffin creature token with flying. I like this one a lot. This one's fun.
True.
Yeah, more flyers is always nice. I'm such a huge fan of that sub theme in this.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Gwahir, Greatest of the Eagles, 4 and a white for a 5/5 legendary bird noble with flying. When Gwahir attacks, target attacking creature gains flying until end of turn. Love to see it. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 3 more life this turn, create a 3/3 white bird creature token with flying, and whenever this creature attacks, attacking creature gains flying until end of turn.
I like it.
This is a phenomenal card.
Honestly, I feel this would be a fun commander to just build. Like just a raw mono white cleric deck.
I think this one was in the Hobbit precon, if I'm not mistaken. Because that one was all foods and stuff.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Okay. Can't remember either that one or the human one, but one of the two. I honestly can't remember.
Fair. Is it me here? We've got Regna the Redeemer.
Yep.
5 and white for a 4/4 angel, partners with Krav. Not in this deck, it doesn't. It's a flyer. At the beginning of each end step, if your team gained life this turn, create 2 1/1 white warriors. To me, I'm gonna just start calling Sherman my teammate. My teammate.
That's fair.
We're close. We're good friends.
There we go. This does a lot of work. Once it's out, it does a lot of work.
The fact again, each end step is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's each end step plus it's like any life gain, right? Because the other ones are like, okay, if you gain at least 3 or you gain at least 4. But this one's like anytime you gain life at the end step, you create 2 guys. All right, I'm down for that. And then you gain more life from that. So unfortunately, like even if you gain life from the creatures entering at the battlefield at the time, it doesn't work. I don't think it works with the other ones. So you can't trigger it where like Regna triggers. Creatures come out and they gain the life, and then the other ones would not trigger still because it checked everything right at the beginning of the end step.
Yeah.
So I think that was the ruling for that, if I remember correctly.
Well, again, it only triggers at the beginning, right? So you still only get your 1 creature set, but you do get all your other. You still get more life gain passively as well, bigger board state.
Yeah. Which is the key.
I love Krav and Regna.
The last one we have here is the Grapher for 2 and a white. This one is definitely in the Hobbit deck. Yeah. It's a legendary creature, halfling peasant. It's a 2/3. At the beginning of each end step, if you've gained 3 or more life this turn, you draw a card.
Yeah.
I love all of the halflings.
That was a great precon. Not gonna lie, it was a really good precon.
It was a great set. So, Final Fantasy has been pretty good so far, but it's not as good. Out of all of the Universe Beyond stuff, I think the Final Fantasy was the best stuff. Or not Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings. Just the flavor, the archetypes in like enabled, like you said with the food stuff, right? That changed the archetype of the game. Food used to be like a joke throwaway token, and now it's a phenomenal artifact type, right?
Yeah, they seemed to have a little bit of a through line of having sets that made these weird artifact token archetypes good.
Yeah. All right, we have some life loss stuff.
Yeah. So this is kind of my side. I don't suggest this to anyone who's not willing to take risks. If you like to take a risk, this is fun. It's very janky, but you're using these basically with Oketra's Last Mercy. The chances of you pulling this off are like less than like 7% or something like that. I can't remember, or like 5%. I can't remember. It's pretty low. Like it might be higher just from the card draw. I have to recalculate it. But the purpose of this is like, let's say you're at 40 life. You're going to spend your life to lose it all and then gain it all back with Oketra's Last Mercy just so you can get a nil.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, but yeah, that's why we have that. So like, yeah, Slothy, if you can take it away.
Absolutely. We've got the Adonto Vanguard, 1 and a white for a 1/1 vampire soldier. As long as Adonto Vanguard is attacking, it gets +2/+0, and you can pay 4 life to give it indestructible turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a fun one.
True. We next have our Evra Halcyon Witness, 4 double white for a 4/4 avatar. This one is quite the throwaway. It's got lifelink. Pay 4, exchange your life total with Evra Halcyon's Witness's power. But if you can connect that, again, dropping your life down to 4, life linking it back up to 40 and milling 120 cards is quite the play.
We do have a creature that gives flying when it attacks.
Well, again, realistically, you don't even care about the flying. You just want this to damage with anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You throw your Death Toucher in front of it, that's fine. I'm all right with taking it.
Yeah.
I just needed to make any damage.
Yeah.
And that is a huge life swing once again. So once again, like, it can be like, it might be small. It might be like 6, 7 life that you gain, whatever. Or it could be like 30 or so. Right? It just depends on the state of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But these two cards are kind of janky in this deck. Adonto, not so much. Evra, huge risk. Huge risk. But it is a fun card. It is so fun. So I strongly suggest people do try Evra in a deck like this because it is silly. So let's go on to the next section here. So the next section is going to be protection. So we got to protect, like, we don't care about protecting our commander. Our commander, the cost is so low that even people kill it like 3 or 4 times. That's not a big deal. We spend 10 mana to bring out our commander again. That's fine. Some people have to do that after their commander died once. So who cares? But under protection, we have, it's me? Yeah, I guess it's me to start off. We have Children of Corliss. So for 1 white, it's a human rebel cleric, 1/1. Sacrifice Children of Corliss. Sacrifice this creature. You gain life equal to the life you've lost this turn.
Solid.
So once again, the life loss part combined with this, or if someone does like an alpha strike attack on you, and like, it kind of protects you a little bit in a sense where like, okay, I've lost 30 life from your attack, but now I've regained 30 life. Okay. I might not benefit from hope because it's not my end step. It doesn't matter. I'm still alive for at least 1 more turn. And sometimes that's all I need is 1 more turn.
True.
You can do the Adonto Vanguard's life thing multiple times, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
So in theory, you could just keep paying for life until you were as low as you could. Children of Corliss back up to what you're at and then have everybody mill a ton.
Yep.
Yes, 100%.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Janky.
Next up here, we've got the Kamiya False Hope. Single white for a 1/1 spirit. Sacrifice it. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt this turn.
I like it. Nice little fog.
In Spore Frog, I would, but I can't, so I won't.
True.
So that's all Kamiya False Hope is. It's just it's a Spore Frog. Everybody hates Spore Frog. Kamiya False Hope, same difference. It's just there to protect you. Do you care if people are attacking you and hitting you for damage here and there? Not really, just because you're gaining so much life. But once again, let's say like you've gained life and you're at 60 life, okay, and then you use Adanto or Evra to lower your life total like crazy. And then you use the Children of Horus to regain on that life. You don't care.
Well,
right?
You do have to remember too that your Abiding Grace can keep bringing these back, which is super annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love it so much. Next, we have an Unbreakable Formation, 2 and a white. Instant creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn, and it has Addendum. If you cast it during your main phase, you put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures, and they gain Vigilance. Solid.
Yeah.
After that, we have our board wipes. We're almost there. I promise you, we're almost there. We have 2 more sections. This one is board wipes. We only have 3 board wipes. I'm trying to be more nice. It's no longer 5 to 8 board wipes. I'm down to 3.
3 board wipes is 4 too many.
I'm down to 3. First one we have here is Austere Command for 4 double white. Sorcery. Choose 2. Destroy all artifacts. Destroy all enchantments. Destroy all creatures with mana value 3 or less. Or destroy all creatures with mana value 4 or greater. This is really strong for us considering that a lot of our creatures, their mana value is 3 or less.
Yeah.
So if we choose any of the other ones, we're normally happy.
Yeah.
Next up here, we've got the Cataclysmic Gear Hulk. 3 double white for a 4/5 artifact creature construct with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, each player chooses an artifact, creature, planeswalker, and enchantment from among the non-land permanents they control, and then sacrifice the rest.
I love that card. It's so mean. What's up, Avacyn players? Yeah, I like it. Next here we have our Fumigate, 3 double white. It's a sorcery. Destroy all creatures. 1 life gained for each creature destroyed this way. It's on theme. It passes.
This is so good in this deck. It's so amazing. Just because people expect you to keep as many creatures out on the board as possible, and then you're like, okay, I'm just gonna board wipe. I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. You can still recast stuff from your graveyard because we have graveyard recursion. It's not many, but we do have it, right? So,
and also sometimes it's just more beneficial to get rid of everything.
Yeah, it's beneficial, and you're gaining life at the same time. So, another a better board wipe that I didn't throw in is Dusk to Dawn. It's just because I've been throwing that into a lot of decks lately. I'm trying to move away from, making it a staple for myself personally. So, but that's a really good card too, because that's more graveyard recursion for your guys that are low mana value, because a lot of them have less than 3 power, and they'll just come back to your hand, so you can recast them back. Yeah. Okay, we're down to our last section besides lands. Okay, and that is our interaction. There's only 8 cards here. Not many go through, so we can punch through it pretty fast here. I'm trying to do a few different things. Some of these are, once again, still staples. Other ones aren't. Okay, so first one we have is going to be Absorb for 1 double blue. It's an instant. Counter target spell, you gain 3 life.
Nice.
I have to have counter spells. You guys know that.
Boo.
Oh, absolutely. Then we've got the Declaration in Stone. 1 and a white for sorcery. Exile target creature and all other creatures its controller controls with the same name as that creature. Then that player investigates for each non-token exile this way.
Honestly, it needs to be played in more decks.
Yeah.
Especially now. So
smashing that into Scoot Swarms?
Out there. A lot. Sorry, say that again. I missed that.
I said smashing that into Scoot Swarms is where it's at.
This also works well for us because, with Elspeth, we are making the soldier creature tokens. We also have the 4/4 angels. So in emergencies, we use it for that. We have the Griffin tokens. We have a few tokens kicking around. We can do this for ourselves if we're really desperate for a card draw.
No, it's for each non-token.
Oh, sorry. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no. This is just the I don't like Scoot Swarm card. Bam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shakao.
Scoot Swarm is a problem. Let's face it. It is a problem. They should have probably never made that card.
I sit there and try. You can hit this as well, get rid of all my Toxtrol slugs, Or Toxrill.
Yeah.
I guess you could also do that if you're not cool. Next we have our Disenchant, 1 and white. It's an instant. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Boo. Boo, I say at the next card.
I haven't played with it in ages. Like, come on.
It's so good.
I could replace this with a good old basic counterspell.
Don't do it. Don't do
But
it.
This is just better. I'm a budget deck too. Come on.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Dovin's Veto for white and a blue. Instant. This spell can't be countered and counter target non-creature spell. It's Dovin's Veto. Like, it's not a raw counter spell. I can't counter your creature spells. It's non-creature. So it's going to be, it's just harder to deal with because it can't be countered.
Yeah. Next up here, we've got Generous Gift. 2 and white for an instant. Destroy a target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green creature token. One of my favorite land destruction cards.
Daniel?
Sorry, I was just checking in some of our chat there. We have so many. Where we just did Generous Gifts.
Yes.
I'm definitely paying attention. Trust me. Here we go. We have Heliod's Intervention next. X double white. You choose one. It's an instant. Destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments, which is great. I also like X target artifacts and enchantments is awesome. And then target player gains twice X life, which is great. So we can use it as a big finisher to get that big mill off at the end, or we can use it to get rid of the annoying stuff people keep putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the next one we have, I know it's boring. It is what it is.
Ooh.
So that's going to be Path to Exile. So for a single white, instant, exile target creature, its controller may search for their library for a basic land card and put that card onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle.
Yeah.
It's useful because we can do this to ourselves as well. Right?
Yeah.
And just keep that land around because we have token creatures.
Yeah, exactly. And the final non-land card we've gotten here is Swords to Plowshares. Single white, instant, exile target creature, controller gains life. Its power.
Yeah.
Very, very nice to use in emergencies for Evra. So, because once you do the life total exchange, people are like, okay, kill Evra because his life total is only 4 and he can't do anything about it. Then they try to do something and then you swords it and then you gain all your life back. So it's very nice for like a safety switch.
Yeah.
True.
So if you were to take one of these two staples out, take out Path, keep the swords. Mm-hmm. Swords is better.
Yeah, swords is
good.
Overall better.
Yeah. And that's it, except for the lands. Lands, in all honesty, nothing to really shout out about. The only thing mainly is like, your Rogue's Passage maybe. That's about it. You don't care about anything else. We have a Scavenger's Ground there to deal with graveyards if need be, just in case. But other than that, it's a very, very, very simple land base.
Yeah.
So we have, as per usual, my maybe board.
We have to rip through this one quick here. I'm so sorry, Sherman. Fast through the maybe board. Just give me your top ones quick.
Okay, first one is going to be Hammer's Archive. Okay, because that one's for 5 mana artifact. If you gain life, gain twice that much life instead. So that's just going to be extremely useful. And if you would draw a card, except for the first card you draw, then you just draw an additional one. So that one's nice. Display. Well, there's a few other ones. The next one that's really, really strong here is going to be Displacer Kitten for 3 blue for a 2/2 cat beast, where you get a blink a creature every time you cast a non-creature spell. That's just phenomenal. We're creating a lot of tokens, so Divine Visitation is also one of those cards that you kind of want to look at and be like, yeah, I kind of want to put this in. And it's really, really fun for that. And the nether one, like, that's really, really good that you might want to consider is Venser's Journal. That's 5 mana artifact. You have no max hand size, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life for each creature for each card in your hand. The other ones in the maybe section are just fun cards that you might want to consider. They round up the deck really nicely and are good in most decks anyways. So, especially in this one, but yeah, that's about it. So, boom, done.
I love it. That was a good rip through. I'm so sorry, Kaylin's just getting, the wife's getting sick, so I've got to, I gotta head over and help her out in a second here. So let me actually jump into our, there's my button, and there's my other button. I'm jumping right in. You know what? No, we'll have a second. really quickly before we go, I like this deck a lot. I think it's very cool.
Mhm. Sorry?
I was just gonna say I won't rush out too fast. It is cool. It is very easy to get out of control. I think you towed the line pretty good because a deck like this, it's very easy to make yourself enemy of the table and never get to play.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't like facing down mill, and that is an issue anyone that has played mill can attest to.
Mhm.
It's very, very difficult because people hate getting milled. And like the only exceptions are people that are self mill, and they're like, yeah, mill me, let's be buddies, okay? But majority of the time, if you're not playing a mill, if you're not like a self mill deck and you're facing mill, you tend to target that person out of spite. You don't care. You don't want to mill, okay? Or if they're not the main problem, you're begging them to not mill anymore or to focus mill on the person that's a problem. They'll leave you alone. But like, no one likes it. So this tries to toe the line between like letting you gain life like crazy and just like letting you like do one giant mill as opposed to little tiny ones here and there. Or if your group doesn't like if your group allows it, you can do the tiny ones, but it's not as effective because everyone's going to be picking on you at that point in time.
Yeah. Just to kind of keep my thoughts brief. You're one of my favorite deck builders, Sherman. Have been for a while. I'm a huge fan of how you do. Massive fan of this. I'm excited to play against it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Now we get to where we need to be. Let me hit the song. Thank you everyone for getting through another one with us. If you like any of these cards, go over to houseofcards.ca, promo code IT99. It's going to get you a discount. It's going to have great stock options. They're fast shipping. Supports us, supports a great company. They're wonderful partners to work with. We actually, the box that we did a giveaway with them, the winner did pull that VV, which breaks my heart because I want a VV so bad. But it is awesome they got the VV. Go put these in AI armor sleeves. They're also just another great company to be a part of. They're just really nice. Every time I work with them, it's nice. They're great people and it's great product. It's what I like to put my sleeves in. Dragon Shield's wonderful, but it's just, I out of all the sleeves I've played, and I've played a lot, out of everyone I've played a lot, trust me. I just like the AI armor sleeves, so go over there. Like, share, subscribe. It really helps people see what we're doing, and come over to Patreon, build decks with us, do some spell table games. Great community. We have wonderful, great people on Patreon. So that's it, and we just let everyone have a moment with the song, and thank you. We're back. We're so back.
All right, time for me to go pass out from painkillers. Laters.